agreed to terms on a deal involving Super Bowl winning quarterback Russell Wilson. The trade is pending a physical and Wilson's approval.
Seattle traded Russell Wilson, the quarterback who had defined the entire era, to the Denver Broncos.
But we're here for one thing, and it's to win. It's to win at the highest level often. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the journey. And Broncos country, let's ride.
And just days later, Bobby Wagner was released.
We've got more breaking news out of the NFL where the Seattle Seahawks are making more waves. The franchise is releasing longtime captain and defensive mainstay Bobby Wagner. This comes per multiple reports. Wagner spent the first 10 seasons of his pro career in Seattle. He was named to the All-Pro team in 8 of those seasons.
There were flashes after that. A surprise playoff berth in 2022 and another okay season in 2023. But then, the final turning point. The end of the Pete Carroll era, the last living link to Seattle's championship identity.
A stunner out of Seattle as head coach Pete Carroll is out after 14 seasons with the team.
Now, he still could remain with the organization. There are ongoing conversations, but it marks the end of a historic era in Seattle. 14 seasons, a Super Bowl win. He said this week that he wanted to keep coaching, didn't want to retire, but clearly there were issues that they were working through.
After years spent chasing versions of themselves that could no longer be, the Seattle Seahawks entered the following season without nostalgia weighing them down. The roster looked different, the voices sounded different. The expectations were quieter, and for the first time in a long time, that felt like relief.
But Mina, I'm curious about the Seahawks. That job is one of those remaining. Who would you like to see go there?
I would like to see them hire the Ravens defensive coordinator, Mike McDonald.
Breaking news, a new head coach in the NFL. Seahawks expected to hire Ravens defensive coordinator Mike McDonald, according to multiple reports.
They're going to play defense at the highest level, bringing back that Legion of Boom type of defense. I mean, my God.
And this is a great football city, man, and we got the best fans in the world. And I can guarantee you this, you will get everything out of myself and our coaching staff every day.
Under first-year head coach Mike McDonald, Seattle didn't stumble through a transition year. They actually stabilized. 10 wins. The most ever by a first-year coach in franchise history, by the way. But those wins weren't dismissed inside the building as a near miss or failure, but actually proof that something real and something different was taking shape. Specifically that final game of the season. A gritty and perfect road win over the LA Rams, that win said everything.
From the 16-yard line on first down, Smith fires. What a catch! Made by Fant for a Seattle touchdown.
And your Seattle Seahawks are going to win their 10th game of the season and make Mike McDonald the winningest first-year head coach in the history of this franchise.
Seattle played that game after they already knew they had been eliminated from playoff contention. So that win became a statement about who they were becoming. Players stepped up into unfamiliar roles, injuries were pushed through, and nobody checked out or coasted towards the offseason. That's when the language changed. McDonald talked about foundations, about coming back and building something that wouldn't flinch when things went sideways. Veterans echoed it. Younger players absorbed it. So for a franchise that had spent years searching for an identity that didn't live in the past, it finally sounded like that. In the following offseason, it forced that point.
Breaking news right now, and no, this is not a drill. Just moments ago, the Seattle Seahawks have agreed to terms with the Las Vegas Raiders on a blockbuster trade, sending their starting quarterback, Geno Smith, a two-time Pro Bowler, to Las Vegas in exchange for a 2025 third-round pick.
Seattle made a clean break at quarterback, trading Geno Smith to the Las Vegas Raiders for a third-round pick, reuniting him with former Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll. It wasn't a rejection of what Geno had done, but the relationship had run its course. In his place, Seattle signed Sam Darnold after his season in Minnesota.
We do have the breaking news we've been waiting for. Sam Darnold is, in fact, headed to the Seattle Seahawks. 3 years, $110 million.
Look, the Seahawks were trying to get Geno Smith signed. They didn't get that deal done. They take that money, and they now give it to Sam Darnold, and they get back the extra third-round pick from the Las Vegas Raiders that they now have.
It really wasn't a flashy move or sold as a savior moment, but it was practical, intentional, and another sign that this version of Seattle, they were looking for stability, not headlines. So when the season began, it felt like a continuation of the previous.